We begin tonight with the latest in Minneapolis. CBS News correspondent Ian Lee joins us. Ian, what has the situation been on the ground today?
Lindsay, for the most part, it is calm here. We saw that chaos over the weekend and really in previous weeks. Today seems to be a bit calm. If you go out to the memorial where Alex Pretti was killed, people are meandering about, they're going through, people are leaving something at the memorial there, pretty somber event, but we aren't seeing that rage or those protests that we have seen in previous days.
What are you hearing from people now that Tom Homan is in, Greg Bovino is out? Both Governor Walz and Mayor Frey appear to have had productive conversations with the president.
Yeah, this all seems to be to lower the temperature, right? To try to bring some calm to this situation, especially after the second killing. You did have that call with Governor Walz and President Trump where Governor Walz said it was productive. President Trump says they seem to be on a similar wavelength, really trying to bring an end to the chaos that we're seeing. Now, what will that mean? There are roughly 4,000 federal agents here in Minneapolis. Will that see some of them leaving? We do know that there are the reports that Gregory Bovino will be leaving. Is that part of it? Bringing in Tom Homan? There's a lot of moving pieces right now. But the one thing that it seems like is that officials here, like they've been saying for a long time, is they want to see some sort of calm. They want to see this operation by the federal government dialed back a bit. President Trump said he was going to look into that. But really, until we see, ICE agents, federal agents leaving, or we see a change on the street, it really is still uncertain times.
Okay, Ian Lee, thank you. CBS News White House reporter Willie James Inman joins me now with reaction from the White House. So what do we know about the president and his conversation with both the governor and the mayor?
Hey there, Lindsay. Good to be with you on this Monday evening. Well, we know President Trump spoke with both leaders today and that Tom Homan, his border czar, is heading to Minnesota. We know from this call, the president, after the call, I should say, with Mayor Jacob Frey of Minneapolis, the president said that he would be meeting with Tom Homan. So Tom Homan going to be on the ground there meeting with Mayor Jacob Frey. We know following the conversation, there were statements put out by all three leaders, including the mayor of Minneapolis, where he essentially said that some federal agents would begin leaving the area tomorrow. We know that looking at this, political leaders, including the president on down, including the governor and the mayor, perhaps looking to turn the temperature down in terms of everything that's gone on after the death of Alex Pretti this weekend at the hands of federal agents. So the president striking a different tone, certainly in his message when he talked about these phone calls, but also a different tone coming out of the press secretary earlier today when she talked about how the president is describing or looking at this situation.
Can you go into a little bit more detail on that?
Yeah, so we saw over the weekend both Noam, we saw the DHA secretary, rather, and we also saw Stephen Miller essentially labeling this individual, Alex Pretti, as a domestic terrorist, that somehow he was looking to inflict damage on federal agents. The White House press secretary striking a different tone in terms of how she described the president's reaction to all of this, that she stressed that the president was looking at this from the investigation standpoint, that he wants the investigation to play out, that he hasn't described Mr. Pretti as other officials in the administration has described him. So strikingly different than the situation in which we saw Renee Good, the response there, President Trump defending those ICE agents, but now the president wanting this investigation to play out following the death of an American citizen, Alex Pretti. Lindsay.
Willie James Inman, thank you.